Hello, everyone. Welcome to Session 39 of the City of the Crimson Tower. My name is Ethan. As always, I will be your GM through this Savage Worlds retelling of the Curse of Strahd story. I am joined by 5 incredibly talented individuals, performers, players, storytellers, and friends. Let's say hi to them. Playing Hawthorne, we have Sally.
Hello!
Playing Nyne, we have Mav.
Hello.
Gloria, played by Margaret.
Hi! So excited!
Karina by Matty.
Hello there.
And Brawk by Lauren.
Well, hi and hello.
Just some very brief announcements before we jump on in. First of all, this is an 18+ stream. All of our streams are, just know that. This is Curse of Strahd, darker story, and we're leaning into that. So just be aware of that, check the content descriptions, take care of yourself. Just a game, you can always skip a session. You can catch up on past episodes of this or any of our other three campaigns that are currently ongoing on Go Buff Yourself on YouTube or anywhere you get podcasts. Pretty sure that's it. So, let's go ahead and run that intro video so we can get into Session 39 of the City of the Crimson Tower. We are back. When we were last in the town of Vallaki Hills, our 5 heroes had an eventful evening with Nyne and Gloria starting having a wonderful private date in the one of the wine cellars of the inn, when suddenly one of the proprietors apparently went mad, only for them to discover that it was not Erwin, but in fact a recently deceased patron, Lily Hart, who appears to have been disguised to look like Erwin. You all recovered from this, got some sleep after speaking with Danny and Erwin about everything. The next morning, you all headed to the church in town, with Erwin and Hawthorne carrying Lily's body. There was a small funeral held for Miss Hart, and you all reconvened and discussed. There was a lot to talk about, including the fact that this evening was when you had been, this morning you had been, the previous morning you had been invited by letter to dinner at the home of one Lady Fiona Wachter, known as Wachter House, on the northern side of town. And when we last left was with you all heading there. So one question that I forgot to ask last time. Vallaki Hills is not large by things like the Forgotten Realms standard or contemporary standards, but it is not a small town. It is also named Vallaki Hills because it's built in a partially hilly area. So walking uphill to the north is definitely doable, but tiring, and you all are dressed nicely. There are also taxis that are available, so just how would you all be getting there?
To be honest, if we're going to take a taxi, I'll let one of you do it because I don't think they'll stop for me.
I don't want to walk. If we can.
How big are
avoid
these
it.
taxis? Like, I'm pretty large.
There's like so many hills and uneven surfaces. I just think there's lots of opportunities for tripping.
You act like I wouldn't carry you everywhere you go.
Well, if you carry me, I'm okay with you walking. But we could also look for a taxi.
Convertible taxi? Like a convertible top? The horns. The problem is the height.
But you can stick your head out the window.
I want to try to
That's a
just
good
scan.
point.
Do we see any
There
any
is
like taxis just to investigate?
underneath a flickering street lamp here. You see, as it is dark outside, drizzling slightly, you see the front half of a taxi sitting there idling. And as you all...
Does it seem big enough that it would fit us?
Hawthorne is going to have his neck at a slightly awkward angle, but I mean, that's going to happen in almost anything when you're 7.5 feet and then you got horns. It is going to happen.
I mean, what do y'all think? It's like also raining. I feel like taking the cab is the right move. What do you guys think?
I also agree because we want to present our best if we can.
Hawthorne already started walking towards it.
Oh,
Okay.
You
We're
said
going.
yes. You said yes. He's like, let's do this. A lady's waiting for me.
You open the door and the cabbie, a woman, late 60s, looks at you with a very big smile. Hey, where are you headed?
The Wagner place.
Yes, Wagner House.
Absolutely, hop on in. And as you all climb in and the cab starts to head up to the northern side of town, all of you make me notice checks.
I was scared to get in this cab to begin with.
What's the worst that could happen?
Well, much worse now that you said that.
Thanks.
Why are you doing that?
I'm gonna
Why
put
you
a
doing
Benny
that
in.
thing?
I'm gonna put a Benny in and re-roll this one.
Okay.
Just because
Damn,
I'm
Brawk.
this.
You know,
Brawk
eyes
is
everywhere.
observant.
Brawk be seeing shit.
Oh,
My boy.
too much.
My boy Ace.
Too much.
I got a 4.
The highest that I am seeing here is Brawk with an 18. So, Brawk and the next, Brawk, the only person who succeeded with a raise, and you succeeded with a lot of them. The position that you are in the back seat gives you a good angle to see the driver through the rear view mirror. And the whole time she is driving, she has a big smile plastered on her face. And with an 18, there are tremors in the muscles of her cheeks and jaw that reveal like how strained and forced it is. Because there's those... Some people get just those slight little visible muscle tremors when they're having to force a smile instead of a genuine one because it's just a little too big.
He's
What's
just,
wrong, Brawk?
He's just darting his eyes over there. I don't like this. Look.
Constipated or something? You good?
No. Look. And he's gonna point with his lips.
Oh, wait. Point with his lips?
This thing.
He's trying to be...
What? Wait, what was that? What was that again? I'm sorry.
Hey.
It's like he's
what was
trying
your
to
name?
speak to me. I know it.
Hey, what's your name?
Just keep smiling forward.
Oh, it's one of those rides that's just quiet the whole time. Okay. That's cool.
As you ask that, she, there's a slight, she does look back, but she just gives a smile and a nod to you in response to what's your name, and just turns back forward and continues driving. And about 8 minutes later, the car comes to a stop, and you arrive at your destination. As the ride costs 10 cents, by the way. The estate, the manor that you arrive at, there is a relatively thick garden of wooden raised beds filled with slightly browning herbs and vines. And beside this, there is a wide, red-roofed manor. The roof is slouching, hanging heavily over furrowed gables, moss-covered brick walls that sag and bulge under the weight of the vegetation. And a handsome, relatively recently repainted red door stands at the house's entrance. Its upper half is set with frosted glass with an etched W. And as you all approach, who knocks?
I think the person who got the letter, who was formally invited, should be the worst one to knock.
Hawthorne would probably be very, we're here, and walking straight up with the letter in hand in case he had to present it like he was at an event that everybody was being, invited to or something. And he's gonna probably knock on the door pretty swiftly.
There is the sound of clicking footsteps walking across fine floors as the door is opened by a man, receding hairline, early 40s, wearing butler's attire. Welcome, Hawthorne and esteemed companions. I am Halleck, Lady Vocta's butler. May I take your coats and hats?
Oh, that's so kind. Thank you. And he's going to start first trying to help the ladies off with their coats. So probably Karina, since Nyne is going to help Gloria.
Which Karina needs help because she's only got one functional arm. And the other one, she kind of has it tied up with a sling beneath the coat, so.
And Brawk is going to make a showing of, thank you. Yes. Of taking off his own coat for himself.
Halleck takes any coats or anything you all would wish and hangs them and puts them in a closet right here near the front door. And afterwards, if you would follow me, turns and leads you all further into the manor house, past a grand wooden staircase with a beautiful, freshly dusted banister. And as you walk by another door, you can smell an assortment of delicious scents, both sweet and savory, wafting through. The sounds of cooking going on behind that door. You are then guided into and through a stunning dining room. Long wooden dining table that stretches the length of the room, currently set for 7. There is a crystal chandelier hanging overhead imperiously. And Halleck, the butler, leads you to the northern end of this large room, which is set as a parlor. There are 3 elegant couches surrounding an oval table made of black glass, and all of that is set in front of a currently blazing hearth, portrait above, and as he stops here and turns, hands clasped behind his back, awaiting you all to take your seats, and he looks at you all as you do. Could I offer anyone a martini?
That would be lovely. Thank you.
Yeah, I wouldn't pass that up. Brawk?
Yeah. I'll take.
You want one?
Thank you.
I'm fine. Thank you, though.
I'll take one.
Very well. As he...
Any water or anything, though?
Of course.
Thank you. You want ice?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
There you
Thank
go.
Lady Vactor will be with you shortly. I will return with your drinks presently. And he turns and walks away.
Karina's gonna take the seat closest to the fire and just kind of turn, not in a super obvious way that she's not feeling like talking, but definitely just watching the fires.
Okay, can we all kind of agree that the taxi lady was really weird and then her face was all scrunched up? Because I don't want to talk about it right now. This place is nice, but that was really weird.
It was like it was hot. Not even really a person. I know that's mean, but
Or perhaps she has been in trouble for not being happy enough and feels the need to present.
well, with the way they handle things around here, I don't blame her. I guess. Still scary.
Off-putting, at least.
Very.
Let's just all make sure until we know what's going on here, we all have a very happy demeanor about us, perhaps.
A decent tactic, knowing the way this town is.
Could all of you please make me notice checks again?
Notice.
Notice something.
Oh yeah.
Got a 5.
5.
I notice nothing, ever. I have a 2, and I'm not putting a Benny on this one.
I got
Wow,
an
the
8.
craftsmanship here.
I got a
Look
5
at this
as well.
fork!
Yeah, an 8 for me.
8. Okay. So, Gloria, you are the first to notice. You just hear... You turn and you're just taking stock of your surroundings. And as you just glance back the way that you all came, you see standing in the doorway that led from where the stairs were to this grand dining room, there's a young woman. She looks maybe 16 years of age, wearing slippers and a white nightgown. She is looking your general direction, but a few degrees off, and it looks like she's just staring 1,000-yard stare.
Oh, well, I'll immediately get up and say, like, oh, darling. Hi.
Do you say that just like from where you are? Are you walking over?
Well, I'll stand up. I'll stand up and kind of not get too close. I don't want to frighten her, but we're probably in her space.
As you approach and greet her, she gives not a flicker of acknowledgement.
And I follow her gaze to see what exactly she's staring at.
Sure. Looks, maybe she's looking kinda at the portrait, but you're not sure if she's looking at anything here. And just a few moments after you trace her gaze, and Gloria, you approach slightly. A handsome young man, mid-20s, few days of scruff, stumbles into view from the staircase behind her. Hi, Stella. How'd you get down here? Come on, let's get you back to your room. And he looks up and notices you all. Apologies for my little sister. She knows she's not to bother Mother's guests, but...
Oh, is she well? Are you well? I'm gonna turn to her now. Are you well?
She still gives no sign of hearing you or seeing you. And as you pause for a moment, another figure comes into view walking out of one of the nearby doors. A woman in her early 60s, wearing a beautiful white dress, white gloves, and an immaculate hairdo with light brown hair streaked heavily with gray. She has thin, arched eyebrows and a very keen set of eyes, very perceptive. And as she steps into view, Nikolai, keep a closer eye on your sister. Go now, both of you. Shoo-shoo. Sorry, Mom. Stella and I'll go on a little walk around the gardens before heading back upstairs. Some fresh air does everyone good. As Nikolai says this, the woman's expression softens from the slightly stern look she had when she first caught sight of them. It's chilly tonight, Nick. Make sure to get Stella's coat and scarf. You bundle up too. Will do, Mom. And the young man puts an arm around his sister's shoulder. Come on, Stella, what are you saying? I'll walk through the gardens? Sound nice? And starts to lead her off. Terribly sorry about that. Of all the jobs I've ever done, and I've had many in my time, there is none more never-ending than that of a mother. I'm Fiona Wachter. Welcome to my home. Thank you for accepting my invitation. Please, sit.
It is a beautiful place, Miss Wagner.
Thank you. I'm very proud of it. And Halleck returns with a tray of several martinis and a glass of ice water. And there is one additional martini that he holds to Lady Wachter, who just gives a declining shake of her hand. And he takes the tray and strides out. Lady Voctor lets you all take the first sips of your, or chug, your martini. Well, strangers are rare sights in Balaki Hills, so tell me about yourselves. Quick question. Do any of you have any of your weaponry at all visible? Aside from your mitts. Alright. Tell me of yourselves. What brings you to Balaki Hills?
Well, my name's Nyne. That's just Nyne. I got off a train. I got invited here to your wonderful town, and I've been here ever since. So, still taking in all the wonderful sights of Barraville and such. Yeah.
She listens very intently when you speak, just does not break eye contact, just looks at you and nods, taking in everything you say.
Let's go. I feel really exposed right now.
Quick question. Why did you invite us here? Is it just to hear about our stories?
No. I have already heard stories about you. That is why I've invited you. In such troubled times, it is always wise to find friends, and to the canny eye, friends may be found in even the most unexpected places.
Well, we very much appreciate the invitation.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
So yes, I wish to know about you, these these individuals that I've heard about who have made such a commotion in the streets recently.
Well, it was certainly not intentional. We understand the desire of Balaki not to have commotions, but we want to help however we can.
Indeed.
We're not that spectacular. Nothing like you, Lady Voctor. Voctor, I apologize. My accent, I can't pronounce anything.
You mean Wagner?
Well, if when you say you'll do anything to help, indeed. You and I are one and the same in that. Aside from my family, there's little I love more than Balaki Hills. But that is serious talk best left for not the early drinking hours. Oh, and she looks over at you, Karina. Oh, my dear, your arm. Whatever happened?
Bit of a commotion, let's say. An accident.
Accident? Oh, it's terrible. Could you please make me a persuasion check? This is going to be versus her spirit. Oh.
With a 9, yes, I can.
And with a 1, yes, you can. Because she got a 1. Oh, that's terrible.
I fail.
Halleck returns to inform that dinner will be served in a quarter of an hour. And Lady Voctor. Thank you, Halleck. I honestly don't know what I would do without him sometimes, though. Don't let him hear that.
My lady, may I ask something?
Of course, please. I invited you here for conversation, not simply for me to grill you.
You said, aside from your children, there's nothing you love more than Vallaki Hills. Has it always been so fake? Or is this more of a new occurrence?
Do you mind if, before I answer that question, I ask you one? I promise I will answer it.
By all means.
You said that it was fake, your feelings. I can deduce through that word choice. However, I would love to know more specifically, if you would be inclined to share, what do you all think of Vallaki Hills, of its culture? And she says that with a biting intonation.
Well, there are some nice people here that are really friendly and like truly friendly. But other than that, your town seems off.
Impressive.
Really off.
To put it delicately, I think that sometimes, no matter how wonderful the town or most of the people in the town are, if the people who have power over the town wish there to be a certain feeling in a location, it can sometimes lead to the location feeling off.
To put it less delicately, this town is full of oppressed people being forced to smile, or else they are publicly humiliated. From my short stay here, I can tell that it is a shitty place to live for the lower class at the very least, if not a majority of the people surviving here.
Yeah. Sips drink.
Yeah, Hawthorne's
Glaring.
smiling.
I'm
He's
just
not
like,
doing anything.
Well, and I did beat around the bush slightly earlier when I mentioned it. Though I do consider myself a homebody, I keep my ears open, and I did hear tell of a group of new arrivals who stood up for a desperate woman, even in the face of local authorities. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you? And she cocks an eyebrow to you all.
yeah, that was us.
Then to answer your question, you will forgive me if I give you a bit of a history lesson. The Valakovich family, Vargas's family, has ruled, or been in positions of power in Vallaki Hills for hundreds of years. Vargas, he only came to power about 11 years ago after the sudden death of his father at the ripe old age of 50, passing away in his sleep. Tragic, don't you think? Vargas is a superstitious man. He believes that the Devil Stratia was sent as punishment for sins of Barovians or other such tots. And so it was he that instituted these stupid festivals and fixated everything, all of his focus on happiness, Truth be told, these festivals that he throws, most consider very dull affairs, and simply put on a face to please him. But ever since Stradia reawoke 4 months ago, Vargas's once annoying but harmless beliefs have become obsessive, and he not only instituted weekly festivals, but made attendance mandatory. Superstitious hullabaloo. You can't force happiness any more than you can force the sun to rise.
And from what I've learned, that doesn't happen there too often.
No, it does not. So no, it has not always been like this. At this point, two maids and a chef enter the room with a wheeled cart, and dinner is served. Ah, wonderful. Please. And Lady Voctor glides over to the dining room table, where it is set with silver that is slightly tarnished. A few of the fine plates here are chipped, but even still, it is a grand dinner setting. And as you all take your seats, there is one vacant. Ah, yes, I was told there were 6 of you.
One of us maybe was feeling a little under the weather.
Maybe was feeling a little under the weather? You don't know.
It is kind of raining here a lot. You know, you catch a cold walking through the city.
Of course. Oh, simple, idle curiosity.
Okay, that immediately kind of gets the back of Gloria's neck tingling a little. And can I look over the food? I'm suddenly worried because knowing which member of our party's missing, I'm suddenly like, uh-oh.
And
Can I try to be like subtle while also...
Absolutely. If you want to make me a notice check, like checking out the food, the dinner which is served is roasted leg of lamb, stewed vegetables, boiled and seasoned potatoes, fresh baked crusty bread with butter and cheeses. Excuse me.
6.
Smells very well seasoned. The cut of lamb that is presented to you, it's a little dry. Outside of that, you don't notice anything out of anything that sets your suspicion going. Is there anyone else wanting to do anything in this exact moment?
Oh, this is so
Karina's
delicious.
just gonna start eating.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, Hawthorne would be shoveling it down. 'Cause
I'll
it's
take
the
my
best
napkin
food we've had
out.
for a while.
Sit over my lap and wait to see if she eats anything before I eat anything.
She waits for everyone else to take a bite, notices you not taking a bite, and sees you... Ooh, let me actually roll for this. Yeah. Sees you looking at her waiting, and she gives the tiniest nod of acknowledgement, and she picks up her fork and knife and cuts herself a piece of everything and takes a bite.
Okay, I'll start eating.
Hawthorne's gonna take a big swallow and sort of clear his throat and go, so, quick question. Do you think Vargas's father actually just, died in the night? Did anybody do an autopsy? I'm just a big crime novel fan.
It was declared a simple, unfortunate early death. Heart gave out. Now, if you're asking my personal thoughts, Vargas was always an ambitious boy. And with that brute Isaac by his side, I wouldn't necessarily doubt anything from him.
As this is happening, Karina's going to slide her plate over to Nyne so Nyne can cut her meat, because at this point she can't actually cut her own meat.
Do you want big pieces or small pieces?
Small place.
Okay.
She lets you all eat, following the standard protocol that it is considered rude for the host or hostess to speak about business matters at a dinner invitation during dinner. That is not her place right now. But if you all wish to engage in a conversation while you eat, feel free.
There you go. I cut it in the smallest. I could do that for you.
I think as people, if everyone else wanted to talk to her, Hawthorne would let it happen. But if nobody started speaking, Hawthorne would be done with food really quickly because he's big and he can eat fast. He would probably start telling her a story. It may not be fully true, but it would be like, because he's a storyteller, he would just wind a story together of, a few of the things that maybe we've done or that he has recalled doing in his past or things, just to sort of entertain her while she eats.
And in the moments where it is, like, when you're describing something impressive, she seems suitably impressed. She listens and asks clarifying questions every now and then, but seems very interested.
As Karina finishes her meal, she's going to turn back to Lady Wagner. This man, Isaac, if he were to be rid of, could a shift be had in government here? Perhaps?
Karina, make me a notice check.
Out of character, I was going to suggest, if we solve the crime of the dad, and then the dad, they had to put him in jail because of that. Karina's like, we're just going to go and murder him.
I was more...
I got an 8.
Trying to go through the corpse to prove that, yeah, okay.
Sports that are owned by the person?
With an 8, Karina, you catch... Lady Wagner is very practiced with her face. She knows that it is a strength and a weakness. It is something that can be used to conceal. It is also something that can be used to see that which you don't want other people to see. So she is very good at controlling it. But she isn't quite able to conceal a raise of her eyebrows in surprise and a flick of the corner of her mouth in the fastest and smallest smile. And she raises a hand and just gives a quick gesture, and there is the sound of the doors to this room closing. Wow.
Did you do that? Is there a draft in here?
You saw my daughter outside, Stella.
Is it? Yes, actually, I've been wanting to say. I'm a doctor. Is she all right?
No. She is not all right. She has been like this for the last 2 months. 6 months ago, against her mother's advice, Stella began visiting Vargas's son, Victor. I warned her not to, but she takes after her mother. And 2 months ago, she makes an expression almost like a snarl for a second. Isaac, the governor's right-hand man, returned Stella home like this. Speechless, mindless, can't feed herself, dress herself.
Are there any physical injuries on her?
None. Despite that, I am still convinced that that brute, or one of the Volakoviches, did something to my daughter.
I would never wish to overstep, but if maybe before we leave, I'd be happy to look her over to see if there's something we could do. I'll kind of look over at you, Brawk.
Of course. If any care we can offer.
She has seen the finest physicians that I can find, though I would not turn down another set of eyes. Can't hurt. I appreciate the offer, thank you. And to make matters worse, when I tried to speak with the governor about this, he blamed it on a fragile constitution, or even went so far as to insinuate that it was a malediction caused by her family ties. Bastard. And Victor himself refused to speak to me at all.
Okay, well, fuck that guy. Fuck his whole family. And fuck that big dude, Isaac. What's his name, Isaac? Fuck him, too.
Isaac.
Did you invite us? Did you invite us over here because we spoke out against Isaac? Is that why?
She smiles, crow's feet, and forming around her eyes. And the governor? Yes. You not only stood up, but have, as Hawthorne showed, and as you all have said, you are quite capable. But before I speak any further, I have reasons, as I just laid out, to fear for my safety and that of my family should any unfortunate rumors or hearsay about me reach the ears of the governor or Isaac. So may I have your words that not a breath of what we discuss here will leave this room?
All I know is I'm a cat of my word, and I don't know what the hell going on today. I just had a good meal, and that's it.
I've got a lot more to hide than you do right now, so is there any, port or brandy we could have? Hawthorne's just got a thought process on that.
She gestures to a cart which has several decanters on it with small quart glasses there. Traditionally for dessert, but you did finish quickly, so feel free, help yourself.
Oh, you're so kind. I also had a quick question about your daughter. I'm going through my head all the reasons or why it would happen to her. And two that keep coming to mind are, do you have any evidence that they might be experimenting on people? And he starts pouring himself a glass of brandy. And then he's like, or did she see something, do you think, and they're trying to silence her?
I can tell you that every thought, every theory, every wild guess that is going through your mind has gone through mine. Unfortunately, I'm stonewalled from finding anything out. The governor holds all of the power in the government, and holds the power of guards and Isaac. I may be one of the most willing to speak out and express my opinions regarding the governor, but I am not the only one who holds such opinions. There are many in Vallaki Hills who believe that fresh leadership would benefit all. However, as you, Karina, so astutely predicted, any such changing of the guard, so to speak, is impossible, so long as Strasny serves the governor like a loyal lapdog. And that is the crux of why I have asked you all here. From what I have heard, you all appear to be capable, intelligent, and shockingly enough, good-hearted individuals. Both well-armed and well-trained and willing to stand up. If any group of individuals could aid Vallaki Hills in its hour of need, I believe it would be you.
We also have our sixth, which currently is in danger for more than one reason. I would hate to put her at higher risk dealing with this town's issues. Is there any insurance you can offer us? Perhaps for their safety?
Well, their illness that prevented them from coming here could very well prevent them from getting involved in what I intend to propose. And ideally, if you all are as capable and clever as I think you are, what I have in mind will minimize risk for all. But heed your words, and looks at Brawk and I believe Gloria, who had not.
I give you my word I won't share what we've discussed, but I cannot yet give you my word that I will agree to your plan until I have heard it.
Of course. I would call you a foolish woman if you agreed before knowing what I suggested.
I won't say anything. Do what I tell.
Isaac is a heavy drinker. So what I propose is you all follow the brute, learn his habits, find a moment where he's vulnerable, and dispatch of him. I have managed to procure a special bottle of gin that should dull his senses even more than the liquor itself. And this would be your opportunity. When it is done, bring me his head. I understand the brutality of what I ask, but proof is necessary to help remove any hesitation from those who would otherwise be willing to act. Once this is done, the remainder of the power shift can happen peacefully.
Okay. Get him drunk. Kill him. Bring his head back. You win.
Valaki Hills wins.
Sounds super simple when you put it that way.
Gloria?
As we gave you our word, we will not speak of this at all. But I do think it would be prudent for us to speak amongst ourselves before. I mean, I do not want to take someone's head unless there's good cause and it's the right decision. And so I think that some discussion might be necessary.
That is absolutely reasonable. I've presented you with a very big ask, and I will give you all time to discuss. I will, if you have any questions or when you have come to a decision, Halleck will fetch me. Simply.
Yes, but my offer still stands. I'm happy to look over your daughter. Brawk and I would both be. While I don't presume to be more of an expert than your physicians, I would be happy to try.
It's very appreciated. I was hoping to have an answer from you all this evening.
Okay.
I will give you time to discuss. And she stands and
No.
walks out of the room. Halleck leaning in to close the door behind her.
So, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm gonna just take a second, and I'd love to, before we start talking about this, can I detect Arcana, like, really quick? Just to see if there's, like, I'm scared, like, she's listening to us discuss, or can I just, like, look around?
Absolutely. Are you wanting to use Detect Arcana?
Yeah.
Cool.
Just for the room we're there.
Go ahead and roll me that occult roll.
While she's doing that, it just pops in my head whenever it all happened, and since Gloria's doing that, Hawthorne would probably be doing this. He would get up and he'd go to the door and he would try and see if he could hear through the door at what she might be saying to see if he could hear, like, you know, is the walls thick or thin?
I'm gonna look at Hawthorne and be like, we have the same brain. I got a 7.
All right, and Hawthorne, if you want to listen at the door, feel free to make me a notice check.
Oh my god, there was things happening. It was more of just like he was, you know, didn't think he was gonna really hear anything. He was trying to do what Gloria was doing. So I was like, Gloria's being so smart about it, and here he is. Oh, he might notice something. I'm excited.
Well, the second that he explicitly mentioned Ira, I'm like, oh no, red flag. This lady's alive.
Red flag.
She's alive. That's a flag.
100%. I was like, oh,
I wanted to be like, do you know a toy store? No,
and
instead I'm detecting Arcana.
You're spending a Benny to reroll.
I'm spending a Benny to reroll, yeah.
I'm not. I'm going to keep my 7.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's already a success.
The first time I've noticed anything the whole game so far. 5.
All right, so Gloria, with Detect Arcana, there's nothing in here that you detect that is magical. It's all relatively fine, but relatively benign. Or mundane, at least. So you don't find any source of magical spying or anything like that. While Hawthorne, you listening at the door, you just hear, "I will be awaiting for when they are ready. Please let me know as soon as they are completed with their discussions." "Of course, Lady Vogton." And then the sound of her heels as she walks away.
As they're doing that, Karina's going to pull out her pipe and light it up.
Karina, whether or not we choose to work with her, we are guests in her home.
I can crack a window.
Hawthorne's full Pink Panther, like walking back to the table, trying to be quiet.
Absolutely not. That is. We need you to be aware of the discussion.
The butler's at the door still.
Oh.
Are you really gonna kill this guy?
I think that agreeing to this would be jumping into a side in a conflict that we don't fully understand.
Yeah, I mean, the politics of this particular town are fucked, as we have seen, to put it ever so lightly. So to immerse ourselves at the foundation of it, it terrifies me, but that they need change. How else are they gonna get it?
I agree. This town can't remain like this. These people are trapped behind fake smiles.
Hello.
And they will just continue to break as time passes. If the solution is to kill an ass who shows no respect to those around him, then isn't that a win-win?
Are you not concerned over the fact that she knew?
She
of
knew
Ira?
6 of us.
And seemed
She can
disappointed that they weren't here? Even though Ira wasn't with us for the fights?
To be clear, just one thing: they were with you on the street. When
Yes, but
that whole
not the other
interaction went down.
disturbance.
No,
I guess
no,
that
no,
one.
no. Yep.
They were outside when we were at the. Well, they were outside with the father when we were handling that other little issue.
We also have to think about all the people on the other side of that wall. If we don't do it, who's gonna help? And he's handing over a brandy to Nyne.
When will our shoulders ever be unburdened by this place? And he just gestures to everything. Are we the only ones that can do this? Can we offer an alternative?
Do you know of an alternative, Brawk?
No, but I figured that if we thought, maybe there's a counter offer. But I mean,
what, like putting them in a cell or something?
I just don't want it to come back on us or Ira for being complicit.
How quickly can a power vacuum be sealed, by the way?
Depends on the vacuum.
To Nyne's point, we hardly know our host, and do we really know the type of control that would take over?
Would it be better?
Can it be worse? There are people starving to death outside these walls. There are people with broken smiles and children that are wearing donkey masks and getting publicly humiliated in these walls. Is there worse leadership? Could there be worse than this? Would you feel okay walking away with these people like this?
I believe that you are under the assumption that there's only two logical conclusions, and I'm merely stating that I'm not sure that that those are the only two options. This is one plan that's been presented to us by somebody we've known for less than a few hours. Does it seem prudent to investigate more, or are we set on just jumping in and taking at face value what she says?
Should we just?
I don't trust her.
Should we look at her and say, "Excuse me, thank you so much for the wonderful dinner, but since we don't fucking know you, we can't, in good conscience, put ourselves at the epicenter of this chaos."
Yeah.
Like,
to echo Brawk, could we try to negotiate a plan?
make us want to.
We have concerns over the state of Valaki Hills. We are concerned about the people that are being left outside of the city, and we're also concerned about how the children are being treated. And in addition to just mandatory attendance at the festivals, there seems to be some deeply rooted unrest. What would the plan be after this assassination? Because that's what it would be. And I think
Correct.
that that's a discussion. Maybe we could, to your point, Karina, make sure things are better. And not that we're just replacing it with somebody who's maybe worse.
Pretty much just want to see what type of platform she's on. Right?
I don't disagree that we should get more information. Figure out whether or not she's self-motivated, whether she will benefit from a power vacuum personally, or whether this is just out of love for her old town. I do see value in that.
Okay. So maybe we open with, we're considering your request and would love to iron out some details of the plan.
If it's the right thing to do, we could do it. But we need to be sure.
Yeah, I will admit I don't like telling her that we're going to do this thing and then she knows exactly what we're going to do exactly. You know, she could tattle on us and just be like, oh, they're going to come and kill it. And then, you know, we're caught. So I think we got to be a little bit more tactical about this. I don't know if she should know exactly what we're doing.
I'll be honest, I hadn't even considered that, but you're right. Is this an elaborate setup?
Telling you, it's a collaborative dream, and we're all stuck in it.
Brawk is back to the first 10 episodes, Brawk.
Brawk, I don't
Hawthorne.
really think it's a dream. It's more of a nightmare, but you know, a walking
It's the same
nightmare.
difference. You don't need. There's no end to it. There's no end. Is this a good thing? Is this a?
And
I
Hawthorne
don't know.
hands Brawk a brandy.
Beautiful.
I don't know if we can trust her. But so far she is one of the only people in this entire city who is not too scared to say her name. She's one of the only people in this city who isn't forcing a smile and joining the sheep. She wants to make a change.
She admits to it.
Is being... Question. Do you think that she's not frightened of her, that's true. But do we have any idea what her feelings are towards her?
Perhaps that's a question we should ask her.
Okay. So I think maybe, do you want to take point, Karina, on this? I think you feel quite strongly on us following through. Do you think you could help us better understand her motives?
Perhaps. Will you let me light my pipe?
No, absolutely not. It's so rude. We're in her space, and we are indoors, and we're guests, and we need clear heads. Nyne, I'm looking at you, and but it's ultimately not my call. So I guess whatever you're gonna do, you're gonna do. But I do think we need to get more information.
I agree. I think we should call her back. And we should all ask questions. For we are divided on this. And we need more information.
Agreed.
And she's gonna light her pipe.
I'm gonna glare at you.
Hawthorne was about to go and walk and knock on the door to say that they were ready, but then he sees she lit it, and he's just like, okay. And
You are making me look bad, Karina. You're making me look bad. I look like a bad guest in this home.
And all of you take a luck point as eventually Hawthorne does inform.
A Benny.
I said luck point. Yeah, wrong system. Everyone take a Benny. And eventually Hawthorne does inform Halleck immediately, and he walks off. And as you all await the return of Lady Fiona Wachter, let's go ahead and take our break. And we will pick up there before too long. Don't go anywhere, friends. We'll be back. We are back. When we return, Lady Voctor returns to the dining room. Well, have you all come up with your decision then?
We appreciate your patience as we talk things through. We have some follow-up questions that we'd love to discuss with you, although yes, we are strongly considering your proposal.
Of course. And she, dinner being concluded, walks over to the parlor area and takes a seat by the hearth here.
Karina will stand and join her. Firstly, who is likely to fill the vacuum this murder would cause?
Me.
Earlier, just before dinner, you mentioned Stradia.
Yes?
A name that we were very distinctly told not to mention at the gate. Are you familiar with her? Or is she a myth to you?
Who here is unfamiliar with her? But that is not what you truly wish to ask, is it?
Are you in leagues with her?
Leagues? No. I'm not in leagues with the Devil Stradia.
I think it's...
She takes a few seconds and licks her lips, choosing her words carefully. I am, and always have been, a realist. Preferable, as it certainly would be to live in a realm not controlled by Stradia von Zarovich. That is not the realm in which we live. And a leader need accept reality as a bare minimum if they are going to be able to lead anyone.
Okay, so I have a quick question.
Please?
Say you were leader. What would you do with all of the people outside of the wall?
Them in, of course. The prohibition on the entry of the refugees was the result of Vargas's paranoia and his belief that all of this is a punishment. And that's the reason that he keeps the refugees out, for fear that their unhappiness will only keep it going. And that's why he enforces happiness brutally, enforces happiness out of the misguided belief that sufficient happiness, some other foolish nonsense, will rid us of being under the rule of Stradia. All of this brutality, all of this inhumanity, this control, is all out of a false belief. So of course they would be let in. Why should they not?
That's a good answer. I like that answer. And he is standing now behind Karina, who is sitting, leaving the other seats open for Gloria if she wanted to come over and sit.
Yeah, I'll join you guys.
If we were to come up with a different way of ridding this town of Isik, perhaps one that isn't quite so brutalistic, and the results would be the same, would that be a possibility?
Isik cannot be allowed to live. This transition will never work if he is. He inspires too much fear. There are many who would not act out of fear of even future retribution from you. Now, if you were, I'll admit, such bloody plans are not something I engage in frequently, so if you had an alternative method of dispatching of him, that is your prerogative. But I sincerely do not believe that this transition can succeed with as little bloodshed as possible if he still lives.
How much have you planned of after?
The transition should be relatively simple. We have plans and people ready to assume responsibilities immediately.
Good people?
Yes. And people I trust and people who do not believe in punishing their fellow citizens because they did not smile big enough.
Good.
Can I ask why none of these people have chopped Isik's head off?
Either you greatly overestimate the capabilities of the average individual, or you greatly underestimate your own. Or you greatly underestimate Isik's strength. He is not like any other man. You've seen him. You've seen his arm. His strength and his lack of a heart, his willingness to slaughter brutally, makes him a very dangerous foe.
Yeah.
If it gives you any idea, when Isik was young, after his arm made him the target of quite a lot of bullying from his fellow children. And that didn't last long after his bullies disappeared. And that was when he was a boy. He has not become a more saintly man since.
Thank you for...
Fight this guy.
Oh, yeah.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Gloria.
No, go.
Oh no, I really want to fight him. I don't really like bullies and the way he treated that lady and spoke to my gal over there. I don't really like him too much. So I need all of his locations, pretty much. And how much will it take to get him drunk? The whole bottle, couple shots, what you need?
The poison is, I am told, rather effective. There should be plenty in there to make him dull of wit and senses with the amount he drinks.
How many abandoned buildings you got around here?
Our fair share? On the outskirts?
Away from the guards' eyes?
Some, of course. The guards don't care much about the more abandoned areas. If you wish, should you accept, I will have my man meet you all and provide you this wine. And I could ask him, I've had him keeping a tab on Issik's general schedule. I could have him provide this as well.
Thank you.
Does that
I like a
mean-
plan B.
Does that mean you all accept?
Honestly, you have alleviated many of my concerns.
Same.
I guess it's a yes.
I'll nod towards you guys.
Karina will take a very long drag on her pipe,
gonna
staring
stop
directly
nodding.
at Gloria the whole time that she's doing it. And then, as she breathes out the smoke, I think we have a plan and a deal.
If this succeeds, all of this, I think you all will have saved Valaki Hills from a terrible fate. I will have my man meet you.
I do have one question.
Of course.
After all of this is done, what's stopping you from pinning this on us?
Pinning.
Mm-hmm.
My friend, I think if you succeed in removing this brute from Valaki Hills, you will want me to give you credit. I've told you all a lot of stories. Do you mind if I trouble you with one more?
As long as it's the truth, why not?
I've not lied to you, Nyne.
I know you haven't.
Bridgewater, Valaki Hills, and Crescent are the three shining lights of civilization here in Barrowville, but did you know that there was once a fourth? Smaller than the other three, but fishing village by the name of Berez. Built on the banks of the Luna River, not too far south from here. In its prime, they say it was a bustling and thriving place, full of life, hope, laughter. Then, one day, just like Vargas and his festivals seek to defy the devil, Berez's mayor defied the will of Stradia. And while the exact details are lost, they are also relevant. What the history makes clear is that Berez thought itself able to challenge the devil's rule. Zarevich did not make demands, or argue, or threaten. She simply commanded the river to rise. It obeyed. The floodwaters swallowed Berez whole. No building left standing, very few survivors. Those that did survive found themselves lost, broken. Many made their way here to Valaki Hills, just called Valaki then. What did their defiance earn Berez? A marsh and broken stones. It has long in my mind served as a warning to those who would aim to follow that same path. That is the path that I have long feared that Falaki Hills is walking down. Bog is leading us there, his eyes closed. But with your help, we may yet prevent that.
How long ago did this happen? Do you know?
About 4 centuries ago. Ancient history to some, but I've always been a fan of the histories. It's how we learn. From their mistakes, their successes. I aim to not repeat the mistake of Perez here.
Now, you said that Stradia woke up 4 months ago.
Roundabout.
Do you know what sent her into a sleep previously?
Who is to understand the machinations of creatures such as that? I do know that she frequently does go into hibernations and then wakes again. She is ancient.
She is the land. Oh, nothing. Just something that I heard somewhere.
Well, she may not be the land, but she is close enough. Do we have a plan?
I think so, yes.
Excellent. I will ensure that the wine and, I will ensure that the gin and what information we have about Izik's patterns are delivered to you in the morning. If there's nothing further for this evening, thank you all for accepting my invitation again. This has been very productive meeting.
Thank you for your hospitality.
Yes, and let us know when a good time would be to check in with your daughter.
Once all of
Yes.
once all of these necessary steps are done, I would be most pleased to accept your kind offer. As she leaves, she instructs, or she doesn't even need to instruct Halleck to see you out. He is waiting outside of the dining room with coats, hats, everything already pulled out for you all. And he shows you to the door with a small bow and closes the door behind you all.
Well, was that as glamorous as you had hoped, Hawthorne?
Hawthorne's putting his hat back on. It was a great house. I wish we could have seen a tour or something. But no, I mean, we discussed the plan. And he looks back and forth like there's somebody listening to us, and he doesn't trust in anything. Ethan, can he see a cab anywhere?
Up here right now, there is not currently a cab in your direct line of sight because this estate has a little bit more property, and therefore it's not just like on one of the main pathways that a thoroughfare where a cabbie would be waiting. But you can start heading towards town and see if you find one. It only takes you, you walk a block and a half and you see a cab idling. You're able to catch it, and the portly young man who drives back, he does not have the plastered on smile. He does, like, give you all a small smile, but he simply drives. Where would you be going? And would you be doing anything or saying anything? You have like an 8-minute drive here.
Well, that was a lot.
It was a lovely dinner, though.
Way more than dinner. But yes, it was lovely. I wish there were less talking.
Conversation's the best part about dinner. You get to learn about a person. Well, you get to learn about people and share ideas and stuff like that. So, you know, it was a good time all around. Just got good booze.
Besides, we made a new friend.
I appreciate the positive outlook.
Do you mind dropping me off at the church?
Looks back and just gives a nod.
And the rest of us will probably be going to the inn.
The cab deposits the 4 of you outside of the Blue Sky Inn and then drives just another couple minutes to outside of the church, dropping Karina off. It is 10 cents again if someone wants to deposit or deduct that from their inventory, and an additional 2 for you, Karina. Yes, we are keeping track of cents, y'all. Dollar is powerful in this world. So, as we see Karina stopping or getting dropped off outside of the church, do you head straight inside, or would you be doing something else?
Karina is going to go sit on the bench that she quite frequently now sits on, and she is going to kind of take a second alone, mull over what was said, what was discussed, and just enjoy a cigarette.
Umbrella or no umbrella?
No umbrella.
You keep this cigarette alight, cupping it in your hands as the rain falls, and sitting on this bench you are afforded a very clear view of the recently dug grave for one Lillian Hart. And as we head back over to the Blue Sky Inn, what would the 4 of you be doing?
We'd definitely all come in from out of the rain, be standing in the lobby sort of shaking off ourselves like the rain off of us. And I would probably look over at Brawk. Is it time to leave the lovebirds alone again? Or do we sit and talk about things? Gloria, you could hear me too.
Hear you. And
okay.
maybe we should talk first, and then I think it'd be good to debrief.
Okay. Can we drink and debrief?
We could just debrief in the morning. Are you tired?
No. We need to. If we're gonna debrief, I'd rather it be addressed now than have to stay up all night worrying about what we're gonna say.
On the flip side, we're not all here, so we're gonna have to debrief in the morning either way.
Oh, okay.
I can't believe it. Could you believe that she just like lit a pipe in the middle of the dining room?
You even said no.
I know. I'm shocked.
Wow,
it's so rude.
Hawthorne's gonna go a little sort of sarcasm. Oh my god, yeah.
Seriously, I knew you guys would see it. Oh, I just like we.
Embarrassing.
I know. Okay, well, but do we want to re-debrief in the morning? Do we want to debrief twice? or how are we feeling? Nyne, what do you think?
Nyne has been trying to light his cigar for the last 20 minutes.
Here is fine. Here is fine.
Okay, so what I think we should do is one, get a drink to calm ourselves down because that was very stressful. Okay. Karina. She's got her own predicament that she's dealing with. Hopefully she got out of the rain because, she's already stricken with, bum arm, don't want to catch pneumonia, nothing like that. Just stay out of the rain. And I have to figure out a plan how to hunt a dude. So, yeah. We could debrief now, but I would like drinks. So, to calm myself and everybody else. Because Brawk looks like he's going to throw up again. Proud of you, buddy.
Mate.
Proud of you, buddy. You didn't puke the entire time we were there.
You should see the amount of sweat out of my body right now. It's not like a green onion.
I don't.
And he wafts his jacket a little bit.
Oh, please don't. Please don't. I do not need the smell of green onion, sogging wet green onion.
But it does. Does it not? Does it not?
Ugh,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That actually fucked me up a little bit. Okay.
Drinks.
That's the plan. Yeah, drinks. Jeez.
Hawthorne's already at the bar, talking to the bartender, ordering us some
garbage.
drinks. As soon as you
alright,
said
yeah.
drinks, and they're staying.
Yeah, drinks, of course, no problem. How are you all doing after last night? Everyone okay?
Hawthorne just sort of stares.
Right. Maybe drinks first. Small talk later. I'll get those for you.
Thank you.
Kind sir.
Ma'am.
Ma'am.
Yeah, it's Danny, not Erwin.
That's clearly Danny Hawthorne.
My bad. I'm sorry.
You sure
I'm sorry.
you need another
You have a
drink?
very manly female voice. I'm sorry.
Well, I've been told that before, but I take it as a compliment.
No,
A resonant voice.
But you're really bad with women.
Danny.
I know. I'm sorry.
Danny gets the four of you some drinks, and we return to outside of the church. And Karina, you feel a hand on your shoulder, and you hear the sound of rain on an umbrella, and you notice that you are no longer getting rained on as Ira steps up and leans their head over. Do you want a little company, or are you brooding alone again?
Well, brooding with company is preferable. And you have an umbrella.
Ira sits down next to you and just holds the umbrella in one hand, taking one of your hands with the other. And they don't say anything. They wait for you to initiate any conversation if there is any.
She doesn't talk. She just leans her head on Ira's shoulder. And just enjoys her company.
You two sit there in the rain, just the pattering on the umbrella above your heads, drowning out the occasional sound of a car driving through in the rain. And as we return just briefly to the Blue Sky Inn, is there anything else you all would be doing this evening? Aside from drinks.
Drinky, talky.
Hawthorne's going to be more reluctant to talk about things like down below because he wanted to more like debrief in closed quarters, maybe in a room or something. So he's going to be sitting there sort of drinking, just seeing if anybody says anything, sort of looking at the fire and watching Nyne smoke a cigar with the smoke going. He's sort of zoning out.
I got a question for you guys. What's a rancateur?
Huh? What are you talking about?
The old lady, she gave us like titles or things. Like, I know mine's like enforcer. Karina's was the master, mistress, I think. Brawk's was like this. Can't think. But yeah, they gave us all names.
I guess I didn't even notice that. I noticed that brandy. The brandy was good. And the food. Top notch.
No, not that old broad. The
What?
older broad. The one that we talked to on the side of the street.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
the fortune teller lady.
Gotcha.
Well,
To be
Rancateur.
fair, many ladies.
Yeah, raconteur is somebody who tells stories or good anecdotes. You're quite good at it, Hawthorne. I feel like that's maybe why you clicked so much with the person telling stories in the tavern, and it's a gift.
He's a great guy. I wonder where he is. And he starts looking around because he's kind of like dazing out from what everybody's talking about.
And yours was the Inquisitor? I don't know what that means.
What do
And
you
Brawk's
think?
was the Senate.
Yeah.
What?
You're pretty cynical, Brawk. I think it fits.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why are you bringing it up?
I don't know. It hit me. I was gonna bring it up last night to you because you're better at like figuring out stuff and everything than I am. But I just wondered about that. Like, why do we get names and like or titles and stuff like that when we're technically like nobody's in this world? And it kind of stuck out to me with the whole tarot reading and all that stuff. So I didn't know if I thought it was important. But we're never all really together to talk about stuff nowadays. So like, yeah, I thought I'd think about it and bring it to your attention, and you could get inside your little brain there and then figure it out. That's all I got.
Do you think you're bringing up a good point, Nyne? I kind of look at the four of us, and I think I've been thinking about the tarot reading too, and I think that it might be good for us to. Yes, we have some now new business in Velaki Hills, but try to think past that too, and maybe use that as a springboard for what we need to do next. What do y'all think?
I'm here for it because our main plan was to drop our package off at this destination. We've done that. So what else do we got to do? We've been given guidelines or somewhat of a cryptic plan. Not the other part, but from the cards. And got to figure out a way to get out of here.
I got the sense. Wasn't Ira planning on coming with us?
Yeah. Which throws a hinge in the main plan that we did. Which I'm totally fine with her coming with. Finally fine with them coming with us and stuff. I don't know what's outside of these walls. Outside of this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we haven't even considered what Ira's gonna think about all this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I do think
Drink.
I think that as long as we don't leave the town worse than how we found it, and we maybe focus also on where we're going next and what we're doing next.
I think our focus at the moment should be here in this town. What we're thinking, planning, it's gonna take all of our focus to not mess this up.
Yeah, I can't shake the feeling that getting involved is already messing everything up, but I'm hoping that's just, I'm being paranoid.
Oh, I wonder what that's like. Sips drink. Haha, I need a joke.
It was good. It was a good one.
Thank you.
It was a good joke.
Drinks more.
A great one. That's a great one, Brawk.
Drinks more suspiciously.
I'm very curious to what kind of secrets this entire place has. Like, the fact that, certain person takes a nap every so often, but then wakes up. What's the reason for them waking up? Who knows?
They go back to bed.
Yeah.
Is there a time limit? Is there a trigger?
I'm worried about. Yes, actually, all of that is worrying. But I feel like, don't you think it's a little bit strange that she wouldn't want us to look at her daughter before we do anything else? Wouldn't you, as a parent, if you were a parent, want...
I think the lady is a little less interested in our abilities to help a child than to execute a man. So I also feel that maybe there's a lost hope there. So necessity isn't there.
Revenge is on this woman's mind and she is blinded by it. There's nothing that she's thinking about other than taking over.
If it's the right thing to do, I
see. All I saw was a mother wanting revenge, rightfully so, for the person who hurt their child.
True.
Taking out his lead dog. The house is unguarded. Can easily move in.
Are you wanting revenge there too, Nyne? From what you were saying tonight, sounds like you got a beef with this guy too.
I want to kill that motherfucker. Simple as that. I don't like bullies. I don't like people who abuse their power in any type of way. He's a shit stain. And if I gotta take him out, I'll take him out. That's not that hard.
Let's not let rage blind us, though. Let's do this smart. Don't go in there just claws a-blazing.
Oh, you
I'll
think...
hold back my horns.
Oh, I have never been more level-headed and clear-headed in any situation as of right now. I got a job to do. I get the tools I need to, and I'll take care of it. Simple as that.
You've done this before.
Hawthorne's glancing over to see Gloria's reaction to what Nyne is saying.
I would like you to make me a notice check, please. And Gloria, whatever you are feeling, would you be at all attempting to hide it? Gloria, do you think you would be trying to hide whatever you're feeling at all?
There's a weird feeling. I don't remember much about what came before, but I know I took an oath to not end life, and I've tried really hard to, even in this weird space, uphold that. And I would definitely be trying to have no reaction.
Could you make me a performance check? Or a deception? I don't think... no. Yep, performance.
I don't even think I took deception.
I got a 16, just so Stream knows.
So
I also did not even take performance.
So that's an unskilled attempt, which is a D4 minus 2 with enough explosions. You can still do
I'm
it.
completely honest.
I feel like she's one of those people that when she lies, she starts breaking out in hives.
With a 1 against your 16.
What does Hawthorne see on your face? Even as you're trying to hide it.
Gloria always has a soft smile, a gentle turn to her lips. She's always careful. Appearance is everything. But in that moment, I don't have any expression. And if anything, there's a small frown, slight tremble to my hands. And I can't help my head from just kind of shaking.
Since we're at sort of a round table, Hawthorne would see the hand tremble and just sort of place his hand and just meet eyes with her. Like, just to sort of comfort her in a moment, like showing that he sees what she's feeling. But he wouldn't do it long, like lingering on her in a weird way. He would just do it to comfort in that moment.
And as we see you all, as we see the four of you here, with Karina and Ira still sitting on the bench outside the church, as we see the four of you here in the Blue Sky Inn, discussing what will be done come the morrow, as we pull back from the Blue Sky Inn and leave you all for tonight. That's where we will close tonight's session, and we will pick up next time. Oh boy, what an eventful dinner that was. Great session, everybody.
Belly full, shoulders heavy.
Well, that was a blast. I cannot wait to decompress with you all once we are off the air. But before then, please don't go anywhere, friends. Thank you for being here in the stream. We're going to be raiding, but before we do, I want to let these wonderful people have an opportunity to let you know where you can find them, what they are up to. So let's start off with Anna Margaret.
Oh, hi! This weekend I will be at PAX East. You can come see me and say hi. I'm doing some really cool programming with Wylde Beyond over the weekend. So if you're interested in League of Legends or Wylde Beyond, find me there. Also, speaking of esports, they just announced I will be a guest at an event sponsored by FlyQuest at Level Up Expo called Dual Land, and it is an event for charity. There's going to be people competing in teams of 2 in Magic the Gathering tournaments, and the winners will be able to donate $5,000 to the charity of their choice. I chose an education charity called Magic Kids. So if I'm super good at Magic that weekend, that donation will go there. You can check everything out. I've posted a little bit about it on socials, but I'll post more as it gets closer. Thanks for having us. We'll see you later.
Matty.
Hi, I'm Matty or Mithril Cosplay. So you can find me online under that name. I also sell dice as Morex dice, but I have nothing up on my shop right now because everything's a mess out there. But I will be at Calgary Expo in April. If any of you are going to be there, you can come buy some dice.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm here playing games with Ethan and having him kill me multiple times because I'm really good at dying.
Mav.
She is.
She is.
Hello, everyone. It's Fair Blackout on the internet here. Mav! I play games here on DigitalClubhouseTV here on Twitch. Tomorrow, I'm live at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Either testing out some new demos or testing out a game that I want to try out. But the most important part is I'm starting Life is Strange Reunion next Wednesday. Yes, the game comes out on Thursday, but we ain't playing until April 1st. Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll be finishing Borderlands 4, and I believe we'll be playing Ready or Not on Sunday. So, yeah.
Sally.
Hey, you guys, SallyQuinnCreations. You can find me everywhere, SallyQuinnCreations. Right now, we're doing a lot of art, making a TTRPG game. It's pretty creepy. If you don't like clowns, just stay away for a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, but thank you so much, Ethan.
Lauren.
Hi. I'm here, there, and mostly everywhere. But you can't find me. You can find me. I'm Thousand Faces. I'm 95% Lauren. I'm doing things. I'm also doing house projects right now, which is very fulfilling to me. But I'm also creating a lot of content for other sites. So, I should be gaming tomorrow, potentially. So, stay tuned for that on Twitch. Okay, bye.
My name is Ethan. I am the other half of Thousand Faces Cosplay. You can also find me as the Buff DM, talking about all things TTRPGs, or as the Forever DM here on Go Buff Yourself, and occasional DM on Dice and Daydreams. You should go check that out too. Let's go ahead. I'm going to get the raid started. Thank you all so much for being here. Until we see you next time, which should be Saturday for another session of the Wylde Beyond. At least that'll be the next live time. We do have pre-recorded shows running on Fridays and Sundays, so check those out too if you want to keep up with Under a Crooked Moon and Lords of Sin, two very, very fun campaigns that are going on right now. Until we see you next time, be extra good to yourselves. It's a tough time out there for oh so many reasons. So be good to yourselves. Take a break when you need to, but stay alert. We need you paying attention. Go register to vote. Help someone else register to vote. Just read a book. Fuck fascists. And until we see you on Saturday, y'all, go buff yourselves. Bye, everybody.